Yeah. All right. The news. What did Thrawn say
I
here?
mean, there's something other than acolyte stuff. I mean,
We need a shirt that says "I'm a Jamook for Star Wars." All right.
ah,
All right. I'll be on it this week. A Jamook
neat.
for Star Wars. Um, so this first article, Don actually brought to my attention earlier this week. Um, Russell Crowe recently said that actors shouldn't expect comic book movies to be life changing. And
I'm sorry.
I both agree and disagree with the comment that he made. Um, the I look at I'll let you guys weigh in, but first off, I would like to say Russell Crowe was already really well established before he did any superhero movies. Before he
Mhm.
was Jor-El, before he was Zeus, like he was Gladiator. He was in a lot of different things. Like people knew Russell Crowe. So it didn't change his life. He was already a big star. But Hugh Jackman, no one knew who Hugh Jackman was before he was Wolverine. No one knew who uh Thor. Why can't I
Chris
think of his
Hemsworth.
name? Chris Hemsworth was before he was Thor. So that was life changing for those actors, you know. But I also agree with you shouldn't take the role thinking for the fact that you think this is going to make you a huge star. You should take the role because you want to be an actor and you want to be in this movie. So
Yeah. Well, it also like life changing way. I would say for who um for for the people watching, because like the whole point of a superhero movie is to inspire people to be better than they are, to try to be something greater. And in that way, the whole point of these shows is to like change lives for the better,
Yeah,
and
but
make
yeah,
money.
okay.
But
Okay, Thrawn.
yeah, but in the
sorry.
article, he's more talking about like it's just a job, right? Like I know Dave
Yeah.
has cited Hugh Jackman. I'll also cite Tom Holland. I didn't know who the fuck
Yeah.
Chris Evans was. Like, but though they're the exception, not the rule. I think is kind of what he's getting at. I don't think
Right.
that every actor that's cast in a Marvel or DC movie is going to have this, 20 film franchise, that establishes them all the time. That's why I'm actually a recast person. Again, for budgetary reasons and also the fact that Black Panther should not be dead in the MCU. I'm sorry. Black Panther
Right.
is an
Yeah.
important character. And I love Chadwick Boseman. The story of him going, doing this acting even while he's suffering through life-ending cancer, like I'm not throwing shade on that whatsoever, but you can't just take Black Panther out of your MCU because he died. I didn't
Yeah,
feel
'cause
that way at first, but I do now. So I guess time heals
I
all.
agree, Kassan. Add Charlie Cox to the list, he said. Yeah.
Saying I don't know who that is.
I would say
um,
if you get hired by DC, don't expect it to be life changing.
But
Most likely, you won't be playing that character for very long anyway.
I do feel like what he's getting at is there are actors who are jumping at the chance, or at least there were jumping at the chance to be in superhero movies, thinking,
That's the wrong reason, though, right?
right, exactly. Yeah, I think so. Um, yeah, Thrawn said, letting you know it's Daredevil there, Don. So.
oh, okay.
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting choice, though, Kassan, because like the Netflix shows were big, but at the same time, in the sense of
One of them.
to Marvel fans, but they weren't like life changing like being in the movies. But now that they're bringing Daredevil into the MCU proper, he's been in No Way Home and She Hulk.
He
It's
banged,
become a bigger thing
right.
for him. Yeah, but before that, yeah, I don't think Charlie Cox would have said it was life changing. I mean, obviously he enjoyed the role; he came back to do it. But yeah, um,
I mean, it's life changing in the fact that you can be booked at Comic Cons for the rest of your life.
yeah, I don't think Russell Crowe has done a Comic Con. That's the other thing. Maybe Russell Crowe needs to do a Comic Con so he can understand what life changing really is. Like, get to smell a lot of new smells. That's life changing. Questions over and over and over again. That's life changing. Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
Getting the con crud, that'll change his life a little bit.
Oh
for a couple
yeah,
days.
no, that's a rite of passage.
I started. That's you know what? Now that we've talked about this, it'll be the next one. In my rant this week, I started a thing where I'm telling stories from Comic-Con. And I did the first one I did was when I met Jarrett Crippen, who's better known as the Diffuser. For those who watched Who Wants to Be a Superhero, that short-lived show that Stan Lee did. There were 2 seasons of it. He won the 2nd season. But that reminds me of when I first worked for a celebrity at a convention. And it was Mike Hogan from Battlestar Galactica, who played Colonel Ty. And then the amount of fans that asked him the same questions over and over again. And him, every time that asked, it didn't go, was enthusiastic and gave a really good answer. Sometimes it was slightly different, but it was the same answer. And he had energy and he was telling a story and whatever. And I said, Mike, how do you, because he told me to call him Mike. He said, how do you do this? Being asked those over. And he's like, because I understand that these fans have been waiting in line all day to see me and they're going to get 5 minutes at most with me. And I got to make the most out of that moment for them. Would Russell Crowe be able to do that? I don't know. See, life-changing, Russell. Do a Comic-Con.
I know McFarlane wouldn't, because I've been at a convention with him, and he didn't care how many people were still in line. He was like, 4:00, gotta go.
Yeah. The show's popularity on Netflix put pressure on Disney to buying him back in the MCU. Same with John Bernthal. Yes, Kazan.
I just think we want to see Daredevil fight in not a hallway is really what he hasn't got that chance. He's always fighting in hallways on that Netflix show. As much as I don't know the actor's name, I did watch it, believe it or not. That's just how much I don't care.
Crow would have to do it and come out and ask, "Are you not entertained?"
That'd be funny as shit.
Thank you, Thron.
He should have been Ragnarok.
Yeah, he should have done that. Would have worked too.
Yeah.
If Zeus came out and said, "Are you not entertained?" Oh, people would have loved that.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
Dave, can I interject?
He could have at least done it after he made Thor naked. That'd been funny.
Oh, now that would have been perfect.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.